Hello, and welcome to Keep Tampa Bay Beautiful's Easy Steps to Composting. By the end of this video, you will learn how to start your own compost pile or bin and understand how composting can benefit you and our environment. Consider composting as nature's way of recycling. Organic materials such as food scraps and leaves are broken down by combining with oxygen and living microbes. The end result is a nutrient-rich soil additive known as compost. So let's start at the beginning. The first step to composting is choosing what type of bin you prefer. There are compost bins available that are usually made of either plastic or metal and can be purchased or made. Some even rotate to help with turning the compost to introduce oxygen. The advantages of using a bin like this is that it stays neat, keeps animals out of your compost, and preserves heat, which is a byproduct of numerous organisms breaking down the organic material that you will be putting into your bin or pile. Another type of bin is an open pile, which is just that, open to the elements. You may choose to construct a simple frame around the pile by upcycling wooden pallets or using chicken wire around posts. The advantages of an open pile bin is that it naturally attracts worms, which are particularly good at making compost. Either choice is a good one. Next, when choosing the location of your bin, you must consider several factors. Choose a well-drained, flat area that enjoys a lot of sunshine. And perhaps most important, choose a location that is convenient for you to get to add what you will be putting into it. And what you will be putting into it is kitchen and yard waste. For your kitchen compostables, you'll need a container with a lid on your countertop or in your freezer. You can use one you already have or buy a container specifically made for the job. At your bin outside, add kitchen and yard waste as it accumulates. Start with putting a layer of twigs and leaves at the bottom to allow for drainage and aeration. Then, layer with green and brown material. Continue to add layers until your bin is full. The bin contents, or pile, will shrink as it begins to decompose. If you're using a closed bin that rotates, turn it each time after adding material to incorporate oxygen. Open piles can be turned with a pitchfork or shovel. If your compost pile does not get turned, it's okay. The breakdown of materials will just take a little longer. Did you know that when you compost your kitchen scraps instead of throwing them in the trash, you reduce the amount of garbage you send to the landfill by about 30%? That extends the life of the landfill, so we don't have to make new ones so quickly. It also reduces the amount of methane gas released into the atmosphere, which contributes to greenhouse gases and climate change. Earlier in this video, you heard me mention brown and green material. Well, in order to have a healthy, productive compost, 4 components are necessary: carbon, which is referred to as brown items; nitrogen, which is known as green items; oxygen, and water. This combination creates the perfect scenario for microbial and aerobic breakdown of the organic material. Nitrogen, or green items, include organic material such as vegetables, rinsed eggshells, and coffee grounds. Carbon, or brown items, include dried leaves, paper towels, and even dryer lint. While this is not an exhaustive list of compostable material, it's easy to understand now how your trash that goes to the landfill can be greatly reduced. There are some things, though, that should never go into your compost bin. These items include meat, dairy, and oils, to name a few. Putting these items into your compost pile will attract unwanted pests and wildlife by creating an unpleasant odor. Your compost pile should not smell bad if you leave these items out. Congratulations! After 4 to 6 months of adding brown and green material, your compost will be ready to harvest. It should be dark in color and have an earthy smell. It will resemble soil, but may have small twigs, and that's fine. Take what is ready and leave any material that has not been broken down yet to continue the process. Use your nutrient-rich compost as mulch around flower beds, trees, and plants. Just be sure to keep it away from stems of plants and trunks of trees. Spread it on your lawn a few times a year, replenish the soil in your potted plants, and even make compost tea, a liquid made by soaking compost in a filtering material in water, creating a tea or liquid fertilizer your plants will love. Thank you for watching. I hope you are inspired to create your own compost to benefit your yard and our environment. And remember to keep Tampa Bay beautiful.